Good afternoon, or good evening, or good local time, wherever it is, in any other locations. Thanks for attending and participating in this event and in the whole startup creation program actúaupm. Thanks also for the support of our main sponsors, Comunidad de Madrid, Madrid City Council, Banco Santander, and as well, thanks all other entities that collaborate with us in different activities. With this final event, we close the 19th actúaupm competition. And this is a moment for UPM to feel proud of the results because they mean a great success and, more importantly, a contribution to the economic and society of the Madrid region, with new high-value jobs, economic growth, and social impact as well. For this edition, almost 400 ideas of possible projects were presented. And after 10 months of hard work of the teams, we aim to launch about 20 new startups for a total of more than 320 new companies created. And they have been able to rise in early stage and seed funding more than 155 million euros in total over the years, 20 million per year on average in the last years. All these figures keep UPM as the leader in the competition for technology-based entrepreneurship initiatives in Spain and among the top in Europe. Thus, UPM is grateful to all the entrepreneurs who have made this possible this year, and to all the entrepreneurs who continue to support and stay connected with us year after year, like Beatriz Cerrolaza and Ramón Martínez. Thank you all again for joining us this event. I would like to thank us all to the local team conducted by Professor Claudio Feijó, as my delegate for entrepreneurship. Thanks, Claudio, and thanks for all the team of people. I'm sure you will name everybody later on. They are present here at the room. We look forward to meeting during the next edition of actúaupm. Stay healthy. My best wishes for the coming Christmas and New Year. It's almost coming 2023. Well, I must leave the room because I have another compromise for the agenda in this afternoon, evening. And so my delegate for entrepreneurship, Professor Feijó, will be the driver, the conductor of the session. Thank you very much.
Thanks, dear Rector, for the support as always. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit the logistics for today. And now we will have a little bit of a presentation by Juan Manuel Muñoz. He's the person in charge of the innovation side of things, and he will explain a little bit. And after that, we will have two keynotes, brief keynotes, because this is the world of entrepreneurship. So everything should be to the point and short, but hopefully very interesting. And then I'll also explain a little bit our figures, because as our rector was saying, we really feel proud about that. And then the important part, no? So I guess you are waiting, no, to see about prices and who knows what will happen. And this will be at the end. And then we will have a little bit of a cocktail and get together so we can talk. That probably is the most important thing of them all, no? Being able to keep on talking, the conversation open. So, Juanma, dear Juanma, whenever you want.
Thank you, Claudio. Thank you very much. So, good evening, everyone. And I would also like to thank Claudio for this new edition of actúaupm competition. Also, Claudio's team, I think guys is there, and many people of the Claudio's team is there for a wonderful organization. And well, of course, I would like to congratulate the winners. We don't know who the winners will be, but in advance, I would like to congratulate the winners. But I think I need, and I also would like to congratulate everyone who has been participating in this competition. Because I think today we are not talking just about the competition and the awards and so on. We are talking about an attitude. We are talking about a motivation and spirit, the entrepreneurial spirit, the innovative spirit. And I think this is something that is very important in our society, in our citizens, in particular in Europe, in our European citizens. And we need to teach it. I think UPM is very aware of this, and UPM is teaching entrepreneurship and innovation. Of course, we have many different innovation instruments, as industry chairs, private-public collaboration instruments, innovation communities, and many others. But I think innovation must be taught. It must be taught by events like this one, but it is also taught by the example of our faculty, the example of our staff, and the example of our alumni, as Beatriz and also Ramón will explain later. I think it's very important. So please take part of all these activities and try to spread the innovative spirit around you and around your environment. You know, this is not a UPM event. This is also a EELISA event. You know, EELISA is a European university. UPM is leading the construction of this European university. It's a really ambitious project. And EELISA University is focused on innovation and entrepreneurship, and the teaching of innovation and entrepreneurship. So I think it's important to say that this event is part of the EELISA Innovation Talks, aimed to try to teach our students and the society who is participating also in the university how to be entrepreneur, how to be innovative. So enjoy the event, enjoy the evening, and good luck to everyone. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Professor Muñoz, and I've been taking notes, no? And this is the good thing of having a professor. So this idea of attitude is exactly, no? Usually in our program we say, okay, it's about knowledge. Of course, you need a little bit more knowledge, and probably you need also skills. But at the end, it's what makes things different is attitude. So it's about attitude. So hopefully, so thanks so much, Juanma. Okay, so you can stay or you decide. Okay, welcome. We are not used to on-site physical event. We forgot, so everything is in Zoom, so probably it's a little bit of chaos. We are learning or relearning. No? Okay, so now we move to the next part of the day, and it's about, we give, every year we give 2 special prizes. These special prizes are really important for us because they are not just 2 days. This typically is because of years of contribution to entrepreneurship. And I must say, this list of people who have received the prize is really amazing. And this time we can add 2 new names, no? And I'm going to introduce first one of them and then the next one, no? With a little bit of a talk in between. So the first one is we give like an honorific prize. It's because of the contributions in general to entrepreneurship and also from a person who's part of UPM. No? And this year it goes to Beatriz Cerrolaza. She's the CEO and co-founder of Alise Devices. You correct me then when you explain. She's a telecommunications engineer. So like me, so this also is important. His PhD is on advanced materials, and she's a serial entrepreneur. So after 6 years working as researcher in public institutions, Beatriz decided to refocus her career and become an entrepreneur. In 2012, together with other colleagues, she founded this startup, Alise Devices, and she has also participated in setting up another one that is called MyPublicInbox, and recently joined a very promising, and maybe you will hear about this startup from UPM that is called Thermophoton. So Beatriz, whenever you want, please. or you can walk or whatever you prefer. So this is mic for you. I'll switch.
Okay, ahora? Sí, okay. I will start again. Okay, it was 11 years ago, I was in this very place, and we won, my team and I, we won the first prize of the 7th competition of actúaupm business ideas. And that was the moment in December 2011 when my entrepreneurial career started. And now it's an intrinsic part of myself. And the life of an entrepreneur is a roller coaster, and we don't used to spend time looking back. I mean, we are not contemplative people. Or maybe I should say I don't used to spend time thinking back just because I have no time. But when I was preparing this thank you speech, I take my time to look back, and I can say that it has been an incredible journey. And I used to say that we founded our first company, Alise Devices, because we were really naive. We knew nothing about how to build a company. We knew nothing about how to produce a banknote. We knew nothing about high security and nothing at all about getting a market. And maybe because of that, we were convinced we could do it, and we did. And we take the media attention. We won other prizes, and the most important achievements, we were able to enter this tiny market, which is high security, the production of banknotes and ID documents. We presented our technology all around the world. I had the opportunity to explain our solution to our king. At that moment, he was not the king; he was the prince. And the most important, we were able to close the first investment round. We were able to get engaged a big player in banknotes production. We closed a partnership. We even, and the icing on the cake, we get our main client, main purchaser, yeah, our main customer, which is a central bank I cannot mention, but you can imagine, financing the industrialization of our security solution in order to have it ready to be integrated in the next generation of banknotes they were preparing. And it has been an amazing journey, as I mentioned before. And I remember one day in Frankfurt, in the headquarters of this important central bank, I cannot mention, that Carlos and I, during a coffee break between one meeting and another, we looked at each other and we smiled because we couldn't believe how far we have arrived. And we have learned a lot. Maybe this is our best reward of this adventure, just because we have not become millionaires as expected. So we have good health and we are clever. And that's true that having a mission, this is the best feeling I have ever felt. And having a mission is incredible. It's really fulfilling. And waking up every day, having a mission and doing your best to get this happen, it's incredible. It's true that I used to feel vertigo, and sometimes I wonder why on earth I enjoy impossible missions, but the predominant feeling is enthusiasm. And it's true that uncertainty is a constant in an entrepreneur life, but I have always felt the support of incredible people making this journey epic. And since this is a thank you speech, I want to give a big thanks to Alejandro Vesga, the director of Emprendedores Magazine. He has always trusted us. To Chema Alonso, because of his unconditional support. To Fernando León and his team from Banco de España. To actúaupm, of course, for his support during these 11 years. And to many other people that made this journey epic. And today I have mixed feelings because this prize arrived at the moment where Alise adventure gets to an end. Not the dreamed end, but I mean, it has not been a complete failure because we got very far. We almost had it. But the pandemic and other political issues that are out of our control made our survival impossible. And this is still more frustrating because I have the recognition of all the sector, of the high security key persons, telling me that we arrived very far. But, and I am still convinced that it's a unique solution and it's as good as it was the first day, and there is nothing comparable in the market. However, maybe the hardest thing in an entrepreneur life is to recognize or that it's time to turn the page. And okay, we used to say that we learn more from failures than from success, and I'm not sure about that. Because looking over all this journey of 11 years, I have to recognize that I would done almost the same in all the situations, even taking the risk. So I don't know if an entrepreneur is born or if you become one. I can only confess that one of my favorite games when I was a child was playing to be the boss of my siblings. So I don't know. But what I can tell you is that once you feel how fulfilling is having a mission, you want this feeling in your everyday life. And okay, 6 months ago, Carlos and I, during this long waiting period to know if there was an ongoing project or not in Alise, we decided it was time to take the next step in our careers, so we start exploring other projects. And I received a couple of attractive offers from big companies, and I was not able to decide. I was not convinced. I was thinking and thinking until I met the Thermophoton team, and it was love at first sight. Not only because they have an amazing and incredible technology, also because they are an incredible team led by Alejandro Datas, who is the father of the technology, and they have a beautiful mission. The most beautiful mission I could dream, which is leaving a better planet to our children, to support or to make possible the net zero challenge, the net zero carbon challenge to 2050. So I decided to join the team, and I am again in the exit booth. And during this journey, I have also become a mother. And since my 3-year-old baby entered my life, I have realized that being a mother has a lot of in common with being an entrepreneur. You have a reason for life. You have a reason for every day waking up, and it may that all the efforts and all the sacrifices worthwhile. So, and additionally, you have a new fear that will accompany you during all your life, and it's the fear of something bad happens to your baby or to your project. But on the other hand, all the other fears disappear, because you have a mission and you used to, almost all the time, you act for instinct. So I am again in the exit booth. I am really happy to receive this prize, and I am full of enthusiasm, and I only can say thank you very much to actúaupm and to the innovation team from the university, because you have a really incredible mission, which is bringing these innovations to the society, and you are doing really well. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Beatriz. And entrepreneurs, we are here to learn. So I wrote it in my notebook. I wrote it this idea of mission. No? So this for me is the keyword, no? in Beatriz's speech. So thanks so much. And now to the second prize, and this second is about, we say, the best trajectory related with entrepreneurship. And in this case, it goes to Ramón Martínez. He's the CEO and co-founder of Dentaltix. He's an architect by UPM and also has an executive MBA, okay, by other university, IE, okay, fine. Also, in 2010, Ramón participated also in the 7th competition with his project. It was called, at the time, DentaRed, and a project that is still up and running and progressing and has become this Dentaltix, where he's the CEO. This is an e-commerce business-to-business, B2B, for dental clinics, and has become, we are right, the biggest online dental deposit in Europe with more than 45,000 dental products. No? So, Ramón, please, whenever you want. So we were not saying this, but the prizes were given by, we are very grateful, from RCD, well, I'm going to say it in Spanish, no, RCD, okay, because we are collaborating in many important projects, and hopefully this, particularly in a landmark project, that hopefully will become, we will become pioneers in the Spain entrepreneurship ecosystem from a university perspective. So thanks so much for being here.
Now it's working. Okay, well, first of all, thank you very much to actúaupm, because, well, probably who really deserves an award are them, because if it weren't for them, probably I won't have my company now, and I won't be here, because at the beginning, all the team of actúaupm, Aristides, Elisa, Bea, Elena, helped me so much, and it was nothing expected. They didn't need to do that at the level they did, because they did it so much. They helped me build the company, and they helped me like be here right now. So the prize for them. And after that, I just wanted to, in 10 minutes, tell you 2 stories and talk you about 2 books that have been like very, very important for me in my career as a manager. The first story is about time and expectations. Like when I started the company, I was in university yet. I was studying architecture, and I really wanted to build a company. And I was such in a hurry to build a company. I didn't even have like a very good last years of architecture, because everything that was not like working in the company or building the company, I thought it was like losing time. I built a kind of a social network with my partner that now is my business partner and my wife. Like that was called DentaRed. We started like bringing dentists to our social network. I was such in a hurry to start, because I thought if I did not start at the moment, someone was gonna come and steal my idea and do a social network for dentists before me. And what happened was that 2 years after having such a hurry and building so much, we realized we had a lot of dentists, but dentists didn't want to pay to be in a social network, and advertisers that were our supposed clients didn't want to pay to advertise in a social network for dentists. So a little more calmed, we decided when we finished university that if we did want to have a company, we had to find something where people wanted to pay. So we turned a little bit and we tried to sell things to these dentists that we already have in the social network. So we built Dentaltix, that is an e-commerce for dentists. It went quite well, and 10 years after, we still having the same business. And if I knew we were going to last so much, probably I would have chosen the business a little bit better, because my idea was not having a 10 years business, or probably much more that I will be in the business. My idea was to build a business, to trying to grow it, and to try to sell it to someone in 2 or 3 years maximum. So expectations normally are very different from what you think at the beginning. Sometimes better and sometimes worse. We don't even know. But what I could choose afterwards, I couldn't choose the business because I already had it. I could choose my lifestyle. So I decided I won't work so many hours as I did. I decided I would sacrifice a little bit the performance of the company because I wanted to exercise much more, and I decided I wanted to spend much more time with my son that I had at the time. So I think this is, well, I really encourage you to try to find a lifestyle that you could maintain during some years, because even if you are successful, you are going to be quite a lot of years in a company. The average time of a company to be sold, companies that are invested by a venture capital, is around 10 years. And most of the value destruction of successful companies come because entrepreneurs get tired or get dismotivated at the last times of their career, and they sell the company when they don't have to sell, or they sell badly. So I really encourage you to build a lifestyle that you can maintain and that you are happy with. That's the first story. And the second story is about luck and effort. In 2019, we were growing quite good. We have quite a very low margin selling products because we are a distribution company and we don't have a very high margin. So I decided it was worth to try to find an investment and to try to find venture capital. I started in January. I thought, because we had quite good numbers, that it was going to be a fast thing. And what I thought it was going to be a 3 months period of raising capital ended up being like a 7 or 8 months period. But I started spending the money before having the investment. So we ended up in Eastern with zero money in the bank, where I woke up every morning like watching the bank account, because a lot of the days we were in red numbers. Luckily, 2 months after, we were able to raise the capital, and well, the company was saved. And 1 year after, COVID came, everything was in lockdown, and we were 2 weeks without selling nothing. We could be these 2 weeks without selling nothing, and the people at home, because we had the investment in the bank and we had money for 6 months. But if COVID came 1 year before, probably, well, not probably, for sure, I won't have a company right now. And it was luck. And luckily, when COVID came, we were these 2 weeks at home. But after that, we had we found a very small manufacturer of face masks that we already work with it. We found a supplier of nitrile gloves where I went with a camper van that I had at the time to Cobo Calleja, that is the place where the Chinese import these things, and I put in my van like the nitrile gloves, and after that we sold these nitrile gloves in the website, and we were able to be quite successful when no one had gloves in the dental industry, and our clients weren't able to find gloves or to find face masks. We were able to sell these gloves, and we were able to get a lot of clients that another distributors couldn't. That year we grew 70%, much more that it was expected, but it was a combination about luck and effort, because we work a lot when we should and when COVID came. But without of luck, we would be out of the company. So this was my, I learned quite a lot with that, because I think I tend to idol success and to be so hard with failure, and a lot of that things depend only on luck. And to finish, just to tell you 1 minute about 2 books that have been very important for me. I read this book in 2011, I think, when I started the company, and it changed totally the way that how I manage the company. This told me to do small projects and to test and to fail and not to invest big money. I think this is totally general now, but I think this book totally deserves to be written. And this second book, I read it quite later. This second book taught me that the sensation that I had about working as a manager, like going to war every day, like going to fight, is a normal thing for a manager. I go to work with providers every day. I go to work with other managers. I go to work with competition. But it's the real life of a manager, and you have to accept it. And once the sooner you accept it, the sooner you are in comfort with the place. So thank you very much, and have a lot of luck with the competition. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Ramon. I'm keep on taking notes, and there's something in common, you and Beatriz, no? And it's a high level of honesty. This is something that we also tell everybody around us, no? That to become an entrepreneur, you have to have a very high level of honesty, especially regarding yourself, no? Because if not, it's impossible. Okay, so now it's time for some figures, okay? So this is me. Yeah, and this should be working. No? Ahora sí, no? Okay. Okay, so this is the moment where we feel very proud to tell about the figures and the general, so it will be short, so don't worry, and then we will move into the prices. But it's a time of feeling good, feeling happy about the results. So this is the aggregate figures that we have. It's a lot of 20s, because we have 20 years of history. Right now, we have more than 320 startups and survive more than 60% of them, so more than 200 live and kicking. And then we raise every year now 20 million euros. I mean, they raise 20 million euros. This is mostly seed funding. And you know how difficult it is to raise seed funding. I mean, it's pieces, tickets, as they say, of 200 or 300K, 500K. So this is not the companies who are in series. There are some of them, and even some of them will become unicorns if this is important. No? But this will happen soon. No? So then also very important, thousands of people have gone through this process. So in this way, we expect to contribute to something beyond economics that is social, that is important for a public university like us. So these are the figures of this program, the actúaupm. We run more programs. We have programs before actúaupm, they are more like education, and we have programs after actúaupm that are more like incubation and acceleration. But this is our central program on launching companies from ideas. And you see the figures, more or less around 500, now maybe a little bit lower. And then through several stages, we end up like now, no, with almost 40. And typically every year, from these 40, 20 will become startups. Figures are going down a little bit, and this made me reflect. I think maybe some of you will agree, because you are experts in the field. There's a little bit of a hype, no? Like a bubble on entrepreneurship. But this is good and this is bad. This is bad maybe because there will be wrong expectations. But I think it was Ramón who was talking about expectations. So you need to really manage expectations. And this is good because only the real ones will stay. It's no longer just looking easy money. This is a hard, no? And I also recommend these two books, by the way. These are really good books. Okay, so some other figures we are proud of is a lot of young people. So most of them, almost 300 from the more than 700, 600 participants, are people who are still in the graduation studies. And this is important for us because part of our mission is, and you will see that in a moment, is extending. No? It's trying to spread the news about the entrepreneurship, why it makes sense. And then when you look into sectors, yes, still leading digital technologies, but the number two, and I'm not going to all the figures, but the number two is social innovation. So more and more, there's a higher interest, and probably this has some gender thing, some relationship, into changing, improving society, not just going for the economic part of it. And this is also something that is important for us. Okay, so why, and this is almost the one before the last or something like this, if I remember well, why UPM is into entrepreneurship. So there are some easy answers, but we are not here for the easy answers. We are, number one, because of employability. So not everybody knows, but there are rankings of universities, and these are not headlines in the newspapers, but UPM is in the top 100 in the world in being employable. Our graduates are employable. This is a big survey among multinationals of every country in the world, and graduates from UPM are in the top 100 when they are asked from which university would you like to have people working in your company, so UPM is in that list. So this is why we want to have everybody in the university having some practical experience in entrepreneurship, not because they are going to become entrepreneurs, that this is only maybe 10 to 20%, because this is really hard. It's because the tools from entrepreneurship are going to make you more employable, because this will give you a different angle for companies. No? And also, because the second reason that is more personal, because this will make you more resilient. So it's because of resiliency. These are difficult times, and it might be that there are times even a little bit more difficult, no? in the coming years. So having tools that allow you to deal with uncertainty, with risk, with lack of information, such as the tools of entrepreneurship, we think we can help you to become more resilient. So these are the two main reasons. And then, of course, we have economic growth or high-quality jobs and social impact. No? Depends on your particular balance between economy and society. And of course, then we compete, no? Talent attraction. So no, we not only teach about technology, but we also are telling you we can teach you, show you how to use this technology for welfare, for economy. So it's building an ecosystem around UPM. In fact, we run many things, and I think these many things should be here in the next slide. trying to build this ecosystem. So it's not only, as I said, not only just creation of startups, it's also doing education, it's also acceleration, incubation. We do a lot of workshops, we do a lot of events, and we are launching a lot of international cooperation. We are launching cooperation in Europe. We are launching cooperation with mostly Latin America, because it's natural for us, and we are also very interested in extending this cooperation to other geographies. So we are using a lot of our energy in that regard. Okay, so and this is a message for the those of you who are in the startups now. Whatever it happens now with the prices, it doesn't stop here. It goes beyond, and because we have an after actúaupm incubator accelerator, and the good news about this incubation acceleration program that comes after actúaupm is that it's compatible with whichever other program that you participate in. So you might end up, and this is what happens to Lanzadera in Valencia, or to who knows where program in, I don't know, Collider in Barcelona, or who knows what. But you can still belong to us, and we think we can help you, and we can help you in secret ways that no other can help you. For instance, we can help you to have students working in your startups, or we can help you with contacts, networking, a lot of funds, special people that can play as mentors, and they know how to do it, and with soft skills and attitude that is very important. So if you feel like you want to belong to this next stage, so let us know. Elena is there, so she's leading this part, and more than happy that you stay with us. Of course, I need to thank our sponsors. So we have Banco de Santander, and we have our regional government and the City Council. We are helping us, and then we have also a number of European funding, European Commission directly, or also from the European University EELISA we belong to, or we lead, and also the European Innovation Technology University, EIT. Okay, and last, and maybe this is the most important thing, this is, believe us, to run this, all the programs that we do, and especially this program for 10 months with so many people is difficult, and it will be impossible without a fantastic team. So I'm only here doing the easy job, and they are doing the hard job. So it's Ana, Aristides, Bea is here, Elena, Elisa, Ivan, Jimena, Laura, Leticia, and Virginia/Vicky. So thanks so much for doing this fantastic job and making this happen. And I think this is it. And now, Bea, maybe time for the prizes. Huh? Okay, so thanks so much.
Hi everyone. Yes, it's working. So now we are going to start with the diplomas, and then we continue with the prize. Okay, Elena, preparada. Okay, so the first diploma is to Seisteng. ¿Eso funciona? Okay. I didn't say that. You have 1 minute to explain your project, okay? In English or Spanish, if you feel better in Spanish.
Okay, thank you very much for the diploma. Seisteng is a realistic seismic detector that works without any battery. It is based on the triboelectric energy effect, and the main aim is to install it in places where there is a high risk of seisms, especially in South America or in China or India. And the main point is that we will have access to the seismic signals in the Internet of Things. And yes, this is Seisteng, yes.
Thank you. We continue with the second one, that is to Futurama. And the same, 1 minute to explain it.
Okay, well, thank you very much for this diploma. Futurama is a solution for consumers that want to eat in a sustainable manner, and also for restaurants that want to offer a sustainable food offer to their consumers. It's based on an application, and well, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please stay like 1 second here for the photo. That you are like very... the third one is to distribuidor óptimo de cargas. Okay, which one?
The Indo-Pacific region holds not more than 50% of the population on the PAB. This region has there are so many people there that they are forced to build their right infrastructures into the sea, and they are doing it with artificial islands. These artificial islands are not ecological, they are very costful also. So our solution is a structure that enables to construct large infrastructures into the sea, with resolving all the structural problems, the economic problems, and also the stability, and obviously with a very low impact on the ecological, from the ecological point of view. Thank you.
Okay, so the next one is for a scheme for cloud. Photo, please, photo.
So, thank you all. Thank you also actúaupm. Well, the idea is to create like a global platform to detect melanoma, like in an easy way with a mobile app, and also has a very beauty interface and very easy to the doctor's interface, because the melanoma is a cancer that nowadays is, if we detect it, if it's detected early, it has a good supervision. So our idea is to accelerate and to diagnose super early this type of melanoma, and also help the doctor to do it like quicker and with a second opinion based on artificial intelligence. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Next one for modus habitare. Very good.
Thank you very much to actúaupm, UPM, Jimena, of course, and all the team. Modus Habitare is a company that is raised in Cuenca. We use the wood el tejido local de Cuenca para construir con los bosques de Cuenca y así primar con el desarrollo local y en zonas de despoblación. ¿Cómo lo hacemos? A través de la industria 4.0, la construcción que nos ayuda en prefabricación e industrializando nuestras naves que tenemos allí en Cuenca. Hemos comenzado con una pequeña y hacemos módulos de menor envergadura, y la idea es ir creciendo y poder llegar a viviendas sostenibles pasivas en cualquier lugar del territorio nacional. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. I said that, but if you feel better in Spanish, you can say that in Spanish because it's your minute of glory. Okay. Next one is for predicción de cosechas. Foto. Y you don't take the photo, no micro.
Well, unfortunately, my colleague couldn't be here with us today, but basically what we do is an algorithm for crop yield prediction. It's a solution for world hunger, well, one of the many, that allows to predict the amount of crops that are going to be yielded in countries where this prediction hasn't been possible to this day because of the no availability of databases. We do all this process by using only satellite data, which are available worldwide, thus allowing prediction in third world countries, in developing countries. Thank you.
Okay, so the next one is for Coco Bay. No. Sí. Espera. No. Okay, yes, Coco.
Hello, thank you for actúaupm for the access to the UPM ecosystem and for the help. In Cocover, we are building a metaverse. This is kind of social network and video game, but with the community, because we find that creators right now in the metaverse, they had actually to invest, they had to pay. So what we are doing is, what the hypothesis that we want to validate with the startup is, can we find like talented creators and create the metaverse? What we are doing, our MVP is to sell the virtual items that are created by the creator for the community.
Okay, so like I jump, the other one was a GeoRoad 3D, this one.
Thank you so much to actúaupm. Thank you, Elena, a lot for your help. GeoRoad 3D is a project that started years ago when we learned that companies had been collecting driving data for years and they were not capable of using that. So we have built a platform that is capable of actually addressing all that data that has been collected and allow companies to profit from them. Consider Cabify or insurance companies that basically know how to drive, but they cannot use that information to leverage and provide you better prices, more security. That kind of information is valuable, but they cannot actually make sense out of it. We have been working from UPM like 12 years in research, doing that kind of stuff. We know these people, and we definitely want to provide something that changes and disrupts the data transformation on the road. So thank you so much.
Coco Bay. Okay, so, and the next one is for refilling. Is here anyone? Because, no? Carlos? No? Carlos, Enrique, Kevin? No? Okay. So the last one is for Luc Atelier. ¿Sí?
Bueno, lo cuento en español, un poco, se puede, ¿no? Vale, pues Patren es un software de patronaje digital, lo que permite es introducir las medidas de cualquier persona y automáticamente obtener su patrón, lo cual pues ayuda a crear prendas de forma mucho más rápida y ayudar a comercios sostenibles, a pequeñas marcas de ropa, a producir de forma mucho más rápida, sostenible y económica.
So now I know that many of you are very nervous because all of these were the diplomas and now it's time for the prizes. So the special prize for social entrepreneurship is for Natural Fonan.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias por este premio que la verdad que nos viene muy bien. Contaros básicamente lo que hacemos. Nosotros somos lo que llamamos el futuro del desayuno. Es un desayuno que vendemos en formato de batido y que está diseñado para gente que desayuna mal o no desayuna. Entonces, lo vendemos en formato polvo, lo mezclas con agua y tienes un desayuno muy práctico, digamos muy sostenible también y muy rico en unos minutos. Y bueno, está disponible en 3 sabores, en chocolate, café y vainilla. Y una cosa que hacemos, que está muy bien, es que personalizamos las raciones. Tiene un código QR en nuestro producto, que escaneas, pones lo que pesas, lo que mides, tu nivel de actividad y te recomienda una porción personalizada para ti. Y nada, muchísimas gracias y nada.
Gracias. Y podéis preguntarle porque siempre van con los batidos, así que ahí llevan la caja. The prize for the best project promoted by students is for EMAF. Optademy. And the other name is Optademy, it's the same.
No me lo esperaba, así que voy a hablar en español. Perdón. Básicamente lo que queremos es que los residentes de oftalmología dejen de practicar sobre pacientes, porque al final todo aprendizaje tiene una curva en la que tú tienes que cagarla muchas veces y eso en ojos de personas no se puede tolerar. Así que bueno, tenemos un sistema por el que los residentes van a poder practicar todas las veces que quieran antes de enfrentarse realmente a un paciente, cuidando así tanto la salud del paciente como la salud mental del residente. Y ya está. Muchas gracias. Muchísimas gracias a todos, de verdad, por el apoyo.
Y a Jimena, Beatriz y a Elena.
Y a Elena, muchísimo. Gracias por la paciencia que habéis tenido.
Muchas gracias. So, now the third prize is for Virtual Voice.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias para actúaupm. Nuestro proyecto es un proyecto de descarbonización marítima. Hemos sustituido complejas sensorizaciones en los barcos por una tecnología simplemente basada en lo que son los sensores integrados en smartphone y un sistema de inteligencia artificial para conseguir rutas mucho más eficientes. Es un proyecto muy ambicioso en el que estamos muy empeñados, un equipo sobre todo de ingenieros navales y bueno, pues esto es un gran apoyo. Muchas gracias.
Hemos dicho que se podía en castellano y hemos abierto la veda. Bueno, the second prize is for Deep Farm.
Bueno, muchas gracias primero a todo el equipo de actúaupm, especialmente a Jimena. Y bueno, en Deep Farm lo que estamos haciendo es crear una nueva herramienta digital que utiliza en base a cámaras, algoritmos de inteligencia artificial y visión por computador. Lo que hacemos es, en granjas de terneros, es el gran hermano. Les seguimos, sabemos en todo momento qué es lo que están haciendo y con ello lo que queremos hacer es monitorizar este comportamiento para detectar anomalías. Estas anomalías nos pueden identificar si el bienestar animal no es todo lo bueno que podría ser. Si hay patologías, podemos anticiparnos a ellas y de esa manera también optimizar la producción ganadera, reducir el uso de recursos y dar al ganadero una mejor forma de hacer más eficiente su explotación. Muchas gracias.
Okay. So it's time for the first prize. The level was incredible in all the projects, so it was very difficult. But the first prize is for modeling tool for MyPublicInbox. Foto.
Bueno, pues lo primero, agradecer el trabajo de Actúa, porque la verdad es que Jimena, la primera, se ha aguantado muchas chapas, eso es lo primero. También a Claudio, a Elisa, al resto del equipo, a mis compañeros de equipo también. Y nada, Modeling Tool for BIPV es una herramienta de software con la que intentamos dar una evolución en el campo de la fotovoltaica, dando soluciones complejas para fotovoltaica, como por ejemplo fotovoltaica integrada en vehículos, en barcos y en cualquier tipo de superficie. Por lo que queremos intentar aportar un granito de arena en el cambio hacia la movilidad sostenible. Y nada, pues muchas gracias a todos por venir y nada, muchas gracias a Actúa y al equipo.
Well, thank you to all of you, but now it's time to Claudio to say goodbye and to not goodbye. Next, see you soon.
Yeah, well, three very important things. Number one is thanks for everybody, because this is impossible without your interest and without you coming here and participating. So thanks a lot. Second, super important thing, we are going to make a picture all together here, so you can come. And third, so before you start moving, we have some, like a little bit of a cocktail, drinks, whatever. Okay, outside. So, but now picture time, and thanks so much for being here.